Is this thing on? This is the start of a new YouTube channel. Hopefully, I don't know, this is just something fun that I want to do. I just want to see like kind of where it goes. This channel is basically going to be about my truck journey and like all of the projects that I do on it, and I'll try to videotape as much as I can. So y'all are probably wondering, well, I mean, what truck is he talking about? So the truck in question would have to be this monstrosity. This is a 2000 Ram 1500 5.2 liter V8 318 Magnum, Mopar, whatever you want to call it. This is a pretty decent work truck. It gets me from point A to B. You know, I just use it to drive around and I don't know, get to work. But now I bought a new daily driver, something that could also get me from point A to B, you know, work mostly. This little Jeep Patriot. Not the best, you know, I mean, it's just another vehicle to get me from point A to B, like I said before. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's a little 4-cylinder, I think 3.6 liter. But back to the Ram, I have a little bit of a story behind it. I got it, when did I get it? I got it in 2022. Was not able to drive it since I did not have a license then. Eventually, I had got a ticket for it. And then we had brought it to one of our family members' ranch houses. We were just driving around, and it was a pretty big plot, so I was goofing off. Got it stuck in some mud. Put it in reverse, try to get out of there. Ultimately did not work. I thought the tires were spinning, but apparently they weren't. So I either blew the solenoid in it, the reverse solenoid, or I just fucked up my reverse gear. And so ultimately my father had decided to get a transmission for it. And whenever that one got shipped in, they took the old one out, put the new one in, tried to start it, see if it ran. It had a little bit of a shifting problem. I'm not too sure about anything about that. But he ultimately got another transmission put up in it. I think it was locked up or something, so it wouldn't go. And the third transmission that he ultimately put in it, third time's the charm, it started working. It was the transmission before, it was locked up, but they had got it unstuck whenever it was out of the vehicle, the truck, and it's been in my truck ever since and done wonders for me. We've had a couple of problems here and there, some chewed up wires, had to get a new solenoid for it. We had to take out the pan and work on the valve body for something on it. I forgot what that was, but it's working now. It's in perfect mint condition, in my opinion. I mean, it's just got a little bit of a flare and from second to third, but not really a problem for me. So that was one of the first problems with this truck. Second problem, whenever I did get it registered and got my license and all that, came to a different town, a bigger town, and tires just started going out. I mean, they were stock tires, they were old. So we ultimately got some brand new Rocky Mountains on it. Size 17 is the rim, and then I think all of it is 23 inches. I'm not sure about that. 25 inches maybe. Got those on. They've lasted me quite a while. I had to rotate them once so far, but I mean, it ain't too bad. The paint job on this, yes, it is ugly. No, it was not this ugly before, whenever I got it. Before, whenever I had it, the paint looked something like this, you know, clear, shiny. But me being the smartest 16-year-old in existence, decided to try to get a sander to it and strip away the paint and spray paint it, you know, average 17-year-old stuff. Then I didn't have enough money to even buy enough spray paint, so I just stopped. I got like about halfway through, and then I don't know, just stopped. But I'm not gonna say that it's top priority on my list of things to do to this truck, but I do believe this deserves a good paint job. The color that I am wanting to go is like a dark purple. It'll look purple in the daylight, but at night it'll look black, like almost black. Moving on to the inside of the truck. First thing that you'll probably notice, my headliner. Those are in fact Crown Royale bags, each individually cut and taken apart and sewn together. This was a blanket, this was a blanket that my great aunt, I believe, sewn for my grandpa because he was a heavy alcohol drinker. He collected all these bags. She had put it together and gifted it to him. I eventually got it, and now it's on my headliner. I kind of took it apart a little bit. I think he would like it. My grandma also believes that he would like it. Right now, it's not stuck up there because I didn't get the right glue. But that's not a problem because eventually I do want to put a speaker rack back there. And then I have some extra tucked away underneath it, which will be enough to cover the speaker rack. So the speaker rack will also have all of this, and then I will stick it on. All right, so we're in the driver's seat. Here's my lovely girlfriend on my A-pillar. She's a wonder of a kind. Seriously, I love her. So we had to get a brand new dash for this actually because the old one was all cracked and chipped and just bad. So my dad, he got me a dash, Dad. And then I got this dash cover not too long ago, which I think looks pretty nice. There was a couple of cracks over there from the dash. I don't know how that got there, probably just sun faded. And then we do have a dash cam. This is like a Temu dash cam, so it's not very good. It does record, not the best quality or sound, but it does record for 3 minutes, and that's it. And we have the aftermarket stereo, JVC, the best. And then right here, we have a switch that goes straight to my amps. So right here, I have an epicenter. Right now it's turned all the way up. I don't know why it's turned all the way up. I'm just gonna turn that down. And then this one's for my amplifier. Both of them are connected, and the amplifier one is turned all the way up. Pretty decent seats. A little bit stained, but you don't gotta worry about that. We'll eventually put some covers on it and throw it. Right here, I am trying to get the leather reworked on it. So I got some new leather on it, and I'm literally just waiting on it to be sewn together and put on there. And you're probably wondering, why do I have amplifiers in my truck? I am a little bit of a bass head, I will admit.
Nasty bitch, I don't know how the fuck you jump in my cell, you little nasty ass nigga. Such a little bitch ass up, you dirty bitch. Who the fuck is this long ass, long jawbreaker looking ass nigga named Miss Mary? Shut the bitch ass up, you ugly ass nigga, you dirty as shit, bitch. I don't give a fuck, nigga.
So I have nothing crazy, just standard. Just, like a standard 52 by 24 inch box. Nothing too crazy about this. It's just got 2 10s in it because that's what I had, that my friend gave me. friend. This box isn't very great. Really, it's not. I need to cover it back up again, and I need to smooth out these edges. And I do need to make a new leg for this. And for that one over there on that side. That one's not broken, but this one is for some reason. And I will be eventually making it flush with the floorboard, but this is just what I have for now. Also, ignore the mess around the amplifiers. Right here, I have a Boss Audio Systems voice amp. That's what we're using right now. It's a 4-channel, but we are using it for voice. And then we do have the Power Acoustic for bass and Epicenter for bass. All of the wires are tucked underneath the truck, or not the truck, but underneath the carpet, and ran to my battery. And then on top of the speaker rack that I want to put on there, I do have a DS18 6.5 right here, a Pioneer tweeter. I didn't have anywhere to mount this for right now, so I just set it right here. It stays right there. I have DS18 6x9s in the door, and then I have DS18 tweeters, bullet tweeters right here in each door. And trust me, when I say that this truck can get pretty loud, it's kind of scary with this one battery that it's running on. Moving on to the battery, only upgrade that I put on it, brand new terminals. Those are just so I can have more connections on it. And then that's about it. I have voice fuse. I have I think this is epicenter fuse. I have this one goes to the switch, and then this one goes to my base. This is my little 5.2. Ain't nothing done with it. It's literally a stock 5.2. Dirty as hell, because you know I just love to go mudding in it. Right here I have a hot air intake. This is not a cold air intake because this is literally just taking hot air from the manifold. I probably should put the stock one on and just run it there, but at least it's getting more air, in my opinion. It's getting more air. Right here I got a brand new coolant condenser, and then behind it I have a brand new radiator that I installed mostly myself. I just had a little bit of help with the radiator, but that's obviously not a big deal. And then underneath it I have it's pretty much straight piped. We really just got some old 2-inch exhaust pipe, put it together, took the old one off, took the cat off, and left the pipe where it comes together to one for where it goes to the cat. We really just put bits and pieces together from old exhaust pipe and just welded it together with a stick welder. I'm surprised it's stayed on for this long, legit. So we cut out the cat and then just ran the pipe from the cat all the way over here. It has a flex pipe where the cat should be. Let me see if I can get over there. Okay, yeah, just the flex pipe where the cat should be. Not very great for the transmission because it gets a little bit hot. And I did have a tip on the end of this, but for some reason while I was driving, I hit something. It looked like a big rock. Might have been a person, not sure. And it just completely fell off. I don't really know what happened with that. But trust me, I do plan on making this truck a one-of-a-kind build. I have some big projects in mind. First on my list, it really shouldn't be first on my list, but it's gonna be. So this weekend, on June 13th through the 15th, me and my buddy, we're gonna be taking everything off this front end, and we're gonna be taking everything off of the engine, and we're gonna replace the camshaft, the valve springs, the valves, the push rods, and everything else that goes along with it. And I got some new gaskets for all of that too. We're not looking for anything great, you know, not high performance, but just a little bit. You know, I want to be able to get out there and race a Mustang or two. You know, I think these stock components will handle. I think they'll do just fine. But along with that, I will have to take the transmission out. Not at the same time, but I will have to take the transmission out and put a little shift kit in it. That'll just help it shift a little faster, a little harder, better whenever I get it, whenever I'm trying to shift it. The suspension on this is still stock. I believe the shocks have been replaced once. And keep in mind, this truck was made in 2000, the year 2000. I do plan on dropping the bottom end 6 inches. I'm gonna have to put a C-notch in it and an airbag. I want to cut out the bed and also the wheel wells and put a C-notch right there, and then add some little supports and just have one airbag right in the middle. And for the front suspension, I plan on dropping it 4 inches. Right now, since the shocks are out right now, I think 2 inches from where it's sitting right now would be perfect. I do plan on putting bags in the front too, one on each wheel, and hopefully I can have a switch to where I can just you know what I mean? But enough chit chat from me. Let me go ahead and prop y'all up and give y'all a little bit of a listen to my truck. I do plan on adding or giving that exhaust an X pipe and either adding boom tubes, or I will try to add some dual tips, and hopefully it'll get rid of that high pitched tone, because I don't really like that. And as far as the engine goes, I plan on rebuilding the stock engine that it has in it for now, and then after I play with that for a little bit and get that going, I want to try to buy a V10 from a wrecked Viper, along with the ECM and all of the control stuff for it, and not the ABS though, and I'll be scared. And putting that in my truck and rebuilding it, along with the drivetrain and all that. I don't plan on keeping these wheels that I have on it right now. I honestly don't know what kind of wheels I want, but I will know when I see them. Well, that basically concludes this video. Let me know if y'all have any ideas. I'm not very great when it comes to ideas on trucks. Also, in no way, shape, or form do I call myself a mechanic. I just like to mess with stuff. I like to take things apart and put them together. That's just one of the things that I've always done as a child, and so I just like to do it with this. Like, I am an avid Lego collector. I have a bunch of Lego cars, and I've always been a fan of cars in general. I've always taken things apart and just put them back together. As long as I have instructions, at least, I gotta have those instructions. I hope everybody has a blessed day. Stay tuned for more videos on the build and projects, and I'll try to upload as much as I can. And go ahead and like and subscribe to see more of my videos. Peace.